The Council of Alberta University Students is urging the government to release a review for the tuition freeze, which rolled out in 2015. Many students are concerned. They fear once the freeze is over, the tuition price will skyrocket. Prince Ali, a student in the DMIT program, says he already has plenty to worry about.
It affects our studies mainly, and we don't get the time to study, or we just sometimes in tension or stressed, like how do we get the money, how do we have to pay the fee. Like for the coming winter, like my friends are already worried about the fees. They are just asking back home and saving money.
When Saskatchewan lifted their 4-year freeze, tuition costs rose by 38%. When BC's 6-year freeze ended, students would pay up to 25% more in the following years. Albertans are not only wondering about its aftermath. Andrew Byman, the chair of CAUSE, says that universities are already feeling the effect.
The quality of education starts to tend to dip because as the prices or the cost of living increases, you have to pay professors, you have to pay teachers, you have to pay faculty and staff. So the problem is that post-secondary universities will have to make a decision on whether or not they're going to continue to pay these people, or they're going to have to start cutting back on staff and increasing class sizes.
One idea he suggested was to put a law in place that caps the tuition cost at CPI rate.
So that means students will still see their tuition increase, but it'll increase slightly because inflation usually doesn't increase that much. And that means the tuition prices will remain stable. It'll be sustainable because now universities will still be able to collect revenue off of it, but they won't be funding primarily off of students' backs, and students will be able to predict their education and it'll still remain more affordable.
The Alberta Student Executive Council has a different, much longer-term solution in mind. Instead of just basing the tuition cost on a year-to-year CPI, NATSA Director Jason Roth suggested that Alberta should roll a 15-year average of the CPI.
If you had a kid tomorrow, you might actually be able to plan within a few $1,000s exactly how much money you needed to save for them to go to post-secondary.
The Minister of Advanced Education, Marlon Schmidt, says that he is working closely with CAUSE and intends to share a long-term strategy this coming week. Ferdaws Salatan, Nate Newswatch.